Welcome, man. This is Gilly Speaks. This is kind of where I started at back for people who run across this and don't know. You know what I'm saying? Gilly Speaks is where I kind of started with the political commentary and the commentary on police shootings. And I think with the recent attempt on Donald Trump's life and my very first video being about Donald Trump and the election that some people believe were stolen, I thought, hey, why not go ahead and get back into bringing this series back? So, my main questions for today: how has politics changed over the past 20 years? And obviously, the title itself is a very big question, but we'll answer that toward the end. So, how has politics changed over the last 20 years, man? In my opinion, politics has gotten more sensational. Politics has become something that's talked about everywhere. It was a point in time where politics wasn't talked about in the dinner table or at the work site or all these different things. Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people didn't really too much care. They felt like your political views are your political views. Everybody in America is entitled to them. So we should all be able to exercise those views, but in a private setting, you know what I'm saying, at the ballot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as time has grown, it's gotten more and more of a spectacle and entertainment and all that. And that's why the question was even posed in the title. And if you've seen from the poll that was showed in the thumbnail, a majority of people either feel like the violence that we are seeing in this last 5 years, and I say even in the last 3 or 4, it's not going to get any better. If anything, it's either going to stay the same or get worse. And with the black mindset being in the people, I think that that's what's going to end up escalating the tensions out here on the street. Because liberals, they can't stand Democrats. I mean, not Democrats, but Republicans. My bad. And Republicans, they can't stand the liberals. And I think that, especially on the right wing, it's a little bit more of a complete disdain. Like, I think to the liberal sentiment, it's more of a that's just the people that we have to deal with in society that we don't necessarily want to deal with, but you know what I'm saying, they're a part of society anyway, so they're gonna just have to deal with them, as opposed to the conservatives and the Republicans and shit like that. And that's why I say it's all kind of confusing because we using these terms way too loosely, man. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck a Republican is anymore. These are all Trumplicans, bro. These are not Republicans. These are not conservatives. These are straight up Trumplicans, man. They are Trumps. They are all for Trump and nothing else but Trump, man. And there's nothing wrong with being galvanized by a candidate. Cause you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, like shit, black people was like that for Obama. And many people have been like that, like back in the day, the boomers and JFK and just so many people. Abraham Lincoln, even though he was kind of hated, you know what I'm saying? But in the North, I'm pretty sure they loved the fuck out of Abraham Lincoln. But and mainly because he was all about the union and about bringing the people together and shit. But we got to a point where who we get galvanized by doesn't always have the best interest of the overall country or even the constituents that they claim to be there for. Because, like, a lot of people will say, you know what I'm saying, Obama didn't do shit for black people. I say the same for middle America when it comes to Donald Trump. What has Donald Trump really done for you? And well, hopefully we'll get some answers to that. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that we will come up with nothing when it goes down to the actual meat and potatoes of the situation. So as many of y'all were aware, Donald Trump attempted assassination happened on Saturday. And I got a little bit of information on this Thomas Matthew Crooks here, even though it's pretty much everything that's already been regurgitated in the media. So let's see, because I wrote this shit down. Okay. Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20 years old, of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Now, he was allegedly a registered Republican that donated a small portion, $15, to a progressive turnout project in 2021. Okay. There was alleged video of this assailant pretty much saying that he hated Trump, he hated Republicans. Some people have come out and said that's a troll by this guy named Jew Gazing. He was about 200 meters or 130 yards from the venue. And for some reason, he was in perfect angle of the snipers on the roof who didn't shoot his ass until after he got off at least 3 shots, which is the most terrible thing. But you know what's so crazy about that whole situation right there, man? Instead of people asking questions like, well, why wouldn't the fucking Secret Service sweep this area like they're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, well in advance, and make sure they got all angles on, you know what I'm saying, where Donald Trump is going to be speaking from? They're talking about why we got a woman on the Secret Service, which I don't know. I kind of asked that question my damn self, but at the same time, I'm a type of nigga, even though I might feel like a woman shouldn't have a job, I don't think that's the big problem here. I don't think that's the fucking issue here, bro. The issue is Secret Service have a certain job that is protecting the fucking president or the former presidents. And when you like it's already, bro, a norm. Like, people are so out, like, fucking unbelieved by this shit. They can't believe the fucking shit they seeing and hearing as far as this political violence shit. But if you when I get to this part about the political violence, bro, this shit has been happening for the last 5-6 years on a constant, consistent basis. I only pulled out about, 7-8 cases myself, but supposedly there's 213 different cases since January 6th of political violence. So that means these niggas have been constantly and constantly and constantly amping up the polarization of America, bro, here in America. And that's and even though I'll say, most of the attacks and most of the actual violence is coming from the right, I do believe both sides have stoked the fire, maybe not to an equal playing field. I wouldn't give equal blame to Democrats and Republicans in this situation, but I would definitely say that both have added fuel to this fire in a way that I'm not sure if the shit can get put out. Just my opinion. So, anyway, back to Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was bullied in high school relentlessly. Loner. Some even calling him an incel out here in the YouTube streets and shit. It was rumored, I want to say, I'm not sure, I couldn't verify, but it was rumored that he was featured in a BlackRock ad in 2023. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like his fucking biology teacher or something like that. It's in talking about, you know what I'm saying, how they learning and shit, and BlackRock's, you know what I'm saying, so great. And we know, if anybody knows about BlackRock, just know they got their hands in a lot of shit. They own damn near everything, pretty much. It's also been rumored that he's a part of Primary Pivot, which is like this group that was supposed to be trying to get Nikki Haley uh in on the ballot over Joe Biden, which is kind of odd, him being a registered Republican, but being so tied into Democratic agendas. But it also has been said that some of the plots were to get certain people to, you know, maybe go under as a Democrat or Libertarian or Republican, but vote in the interest of Nikki Haley, which doesn't seem like this would be in the interest of Nikki Haley for Trump to be shot. But I digress, man. I'm just giving y'all the information that I've come across. Let's see. Police saw shooters with 4 shots. Also, plenty of people saw the shooter before the shots rang off. This was at least 2 to 4 minutes before the shooting took place. There's no clear motive as to why Thomas Matthew Crooks did what he did. All people do know is that he wasn't overtly political. He didn't have a criminal record. And he actually worked a modest, humbling job at a nursing home, helping people. Which is odd for a political assassin. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm like. I'm confused. I'm very confused. I mean, I'm very fucking confused on that. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Why in the fuck with such a upstanding kid who might have had a little trouble in high school, but obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like they like his peers said he was very smart and intelligent and pretty much knew all the answers when it came to like their schoolwork and shit like that, as far as stuff like that. So this guy obviously had a future if he pursued his education further, and he did go to community college. But sometimes I feel like community college can be stagnant for a lot of people, especially very smart people who need to be challenged a little bit more. I feel like that was one of my problems going to the community college of my local residents. So that's just something to think about. Victims. Corey Copentor, I think that's what, of Sarver, Pennsylvania, man. He's the one that died covering up and protecting his family, man. And if I didn't, like I said, I'm sure I didn't say his name right, but he pretty much, you know what I'm saying, died a hero at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him, man. And me and him are probably on total opposites of the political spectrum. But even like if anybody knows me in the videos I've done before, I always try to pay respects to any side, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, we talking black, white, we talking a Republican, Democrat. I try to show fairness to everybody, regardless of skin color, what you want to claim, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like people dying behind Trump and Biden bullshit is worth America's time, man. We shouldn't be having that, bro, here in America, bro. But also other injured victims. David Dutch. And these two were the two that I think one was trampled and one might have been like, I think one of them might have been hit with something or might have been knocked over. I think maybe both of them were trampled. I'm not sure exactly. I need to go back and read because I didn't really write a lot of notes to these guys. They ended up surviving. That's the main note that I wrote. This event, you know what I'm saying, is really the latest on a number of political violence incidences that have happened here in America in the last 5 years. And though people are so surprised by it, I'm not surprised at all. And the main reason why I'm not surprised is because they keep showing the signs, bro. When you have Democratic or liberal run news media constantly demonizing the other side, and I'm not going to even always say that it's unjust, because sometimes the shit is just. But these motherfuckers do lay it on sometimes extra what you would call it, spooky, man, where they make it real, they make it worse than what it is, and have people in a frenzy and scared and not knowing that the problems in which they thinking they're finna have is not as big as what they really are, man. Now, I do understand they are talking about Trump being associated with this Project 25. I'm not sure if any of this is going to actually be a thing for real, or if Trump is truly well, I could say he's truly tired. I think that some of his members, some of the members who wrote the Project 25 was in his cabinet. So if I'm not mistaken, I didn't get to write down as many notes on Project 25 yet, because I've been so caught up in this shooter. But I do find that interesting that Trump is pretty much done a lot of things that are fascist. And I know people throw that word around a lot, and the conservatives don't seem to want to understand or look into what a fascist is, but he's holding on to a Christian white male ideology and pushing it to the people to a certain degree. And I know people don't really want to hear that, but Trump is pretty much how I see so many YouTube people talking about grifters. YouTube, uh, not YouTube, but Donald Trump is definitely that. Donald Trump is like the biggest grifter there is, bro. He's using the middle American white people and the poor whites to line his fucking pockets up, man. And you know what I'm saying? If they could get out of their own heads and their own feelings of hate about Obama and these immigrants and their dwindling numbers in America and dwindling power, and it's not even that their power is dwindling, bro. It's just that they never really had power. If you poor, you have no power, bro. If you rich, you have probably a little bit more power. Like I said, it all depends, bro, because rich is different, bro, sometimes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't own the land, you don't own these certain resources that make America go, you really have no say so. That's why I tell people, man, y'all going out and voting, but at the end of the day, if you're not funding these motherfuckers, bro, they could care less. Like, why would you think that the government has your best interest at heart when everything costs money, and most of the people who need the changes that America really needs to try to change, the most of the people who really need the change affected to them are the poor people with no money. They can't pay these politicians to get universal health care in the play, or to get a universal basic income, or even just a simple just getting their taxes cut without having to give the rich a tax cut as well. Have you ever seen ever in our lifetime, bro, where they just gave middle class and down a tax cut without giving the wealthy a tax cut? I've never heard of that. And you go but look at any of our tax code amendments, any bill that had to do with the tax code, tell me if they ever gave middle Americans, poor Americans, a tax break ever. Because I've never. I mean, I'm talking about by themselves. No the top 1% get this tax break and it's gonna trickle down all that shit. I'm talking about just the middle Americans or the middle Americans and poor Americans. We do not see this shit. And I'm talking about so many times, bro. We talk about how the government is fucked up. But we still go and participate in these fucking elections every 4 years and go and vote for the lesser of two evils. Man, fuck that. Y'all niggas is lost, bro. Y'all niggas is lost with that shit, bro. The lesser of two evils, my nigga. If something is evil, it's just evil. Ain't no lesser of two evils, my nigga. The lesser of two evils, man. Ain't no lesser of two evils, man. But like as I was talking about before, man, the recent political violence in America has gotten out of hand, and with Trump assassination, attempted assassination Saturday, this is actually probably the most serious, event since they tried to attempt to kill Reagan. I mean, there's been other events, definitely, and I'm finna go down and talk about some of them. But definitely, this is the one right here that is going to change the way we look at America. Like, bro, and I like I say, I don't think people understand the ramifications of what Thomas Matthew Crook's done, man. Like, it might get to a point where we can't say shit about the other side at all. We can't criticize at all because people think that it might lead to political violence. And then nigga like me won't really have shit to talk about other than some celebrity shit. Yeah, man, it's getting real. And I don't see people trying to change any. I don't see people trying to come together, find a common ground. Like I see people all the time talk about we're Americans and blah, 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 blah. But as soon as we get to talking politics, as soon as we talk religion, as soon as we talk anything that usually divides the people up into groups, everybody goes and falls into that group, man. Maybe it's human nature, bro. Maybe it's just the way it is, bro. Like people going always try to find a sense of belonging. In America, it's such a big and vast place that we still have to break that down into subgroups, man. Like, be even like for Texans, is being a Texan enough? If I'm a Biden supporter, let's just say that. If let's just say I'm a Biden supporter, I'm going to go vote for Biden. Do you know how terrifying it got to be for some Biden supporters, bro, out here, man? I've never seen a nigga wear a Biden shirt or a Biden hat or wave a Biden flag. Yet they talk about how polarized we are and how divided we are, bro. In Texas, man, it's Trump or nothing. And don't get me wrong, Texas actually kind of looked like they were scaring a lot of motherfuckers. They had motherfuckers thinking this shit was finna go blue, but it didn't. And I'm afraid to say it probably never will, because these Trump supporters, they out loud with that shit every day. They proud to be a Trump supporter. Whereas a Biden supporter these days, I don't hear it, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, salute to these two little niggas, man, on TikTok, little white boys, man. They was really pushing the Biden shit on TikTok today when I was looking at trying to research some shit, man. Cause I was supposed to have some clips for y'all. But I don't have the clips today, man. And you know what? It's all good at the end of the day, cause shit, really, the clips be doing too much of the job for me. I gotta get out here and get used to, you know what I'm saying, speaking, even if it's nobody in the room, man. Real spill. But at the end of the day, man, let's get to this political violence, man. We got a little timeline, not really a full timeline of everything. And as we talk about this timeline, I'm gonna go ahead and pose my next question because we've already determined that, you know what I'm saying, politics has changed and how it's changed in a whatever quote unquote more polarized and more sensationalized way where entertainment seems to be mixed in the mix when you got former reality TV stars becoming presidents and shit like that, man. But I guess it's always been like that. Reagan was a movie star, right? So, but the new question is our current political system sustainable? Well, let's talk about some of the recent events in our political violence timeline. Okay. One of the most recent reports by the and I don't know if this Reuters, I'm saying publications, I guess like a news source and shit like that. But it had the most detailed. I'm not sure exactly how affiliated politically they are, but we're gonna go and read some of their information here. Um, okay, Reuters reported 213 political violence cases since January 6th. Now, 213. That's in the last 4 years, 3 years. Or you could say 4 years. You can go, I guess you could count 21, 22, 23, and 24. Even though we're not all the way done with this one, I'll still say 3 years. Okay, 3 years. That's a lot of cases of political violence, man. Of these cases, there were 39 deaths and 14 known political affiliations. Oh, it means pretty much overt. They overtly claimed a political affiliation or motive in the killings. Out of those 14, 13 were right winged. Just for the people out there, man. You know what I'm saying? And one so far has been left winged. And I don't know, and I need to go back. Cause this actually, I want to say, yeah, I got the date right here. It was wrote in or this was published in 2023. So technically, you know what I'm saying, they don't have anything from this year, which means, you know what I'm saying, it would be another quote unquote, I don't know how we would call him, since he donated to liberal shit, but he was supposedly a registered Republican. But like I said, the information that I got out there might link him to more Democratic left wing radical groups or some shit. I'm not sure all the way on that. But we can definitely say this was be more of a left wing attack on the right. I would just assume that Donald Trump isn't pissing off anybody on the right, especially like for, you know what I'm saying, a kid, like a young white adult. I don't think they're so mad at the world usually that they be out here trying to, you know what I'm saying, especially on the right, you know what I'm saying, that they'll try to take out Donald Trump. Maybe on the left, but that's what I'm saying. On the right, usually Donald Trump is their hero, their god per se. Like, just go to any conservative channel, conservative chat, and you'll see this. The young, the old, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, and you don't see too many young motherfuckers even doing the whole, you know what I'm saying, political thing sometimes. But when they are young and they are conservative, I haven't seen them so bent up out of shape about Trump at all. Whereas maybe the young white, you know what I'm saying, liberals, I've definitely seen them get really pissed off, mostly because of the supporters, not as much because of Trump. Like, if you go and get down to the root of a lot of those issues with them, they just don't like the supporters. The supporters, like, hey, I must say, Trump supporters are some assholes, bro. These are sometimes some of the worst people, bro. And I've seen some good people out of Trump supporters as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. In 2016, I definitely felt like you wasn't shit if you was a fucking Trump supporter, bro. I was like, man, fuck these niggas. They some bitch ass racists. They love pedophiles. You know, back then the Epstein shit was going on too. So yeah, the Epstein shit had a nigga really like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Trump, you know what I'm saying? He fucked with Epstein. People wanted to dismiss that, act like that wasn't real, but it's multiple footages, it's multiple, you know what I'm saying, pictures, it's multiple accounts of them being around each other, hanging with each other. Nobody gave a fuck. And I get it. You could say that it goes all around. Hold on, just give me a second. Sorry about that, man. I had to holler at my wife. Yeah, man. Really lost where the fuck I was at. Hold on, give me just another second, real quick. Yeah, my son won't come outside with no shoes on some country shit, man. Oh damn it, I done lost my point where I was at, dog. But I know I read off already the 213 cases of political violence since January 6th. Yeah, the 39 deaths, 14 politically motivated, 13 right wing, one left wing. Uh, Reuters poll of 4,500 or roughly 4,500 voters, Democrat and Republican, in May of 2023 found that 20% of both Dems and Republicans respondents called for violence or called violence acceptable if it led to their ideal society or ideal situation or better situation. Um, this also is kind of, you know what I'm saying, being compared to another poll that they did separately where 65% of Republicans and Democrats uh posed a concern of violence from the opposite, you know what I'm saying, party. So their poll that they conducted says about 20% of both Democrats and Republicans would be acceptable of a violent political siege, surge of any kind, as long as it led to their ideal society. Hey, keep him out the street. Keep him out of the park. This us park. What? Keep him out of that park. Yeah, my bad, man. Gotta watch over the kiddos, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. 20% of each of these parties would be acceptable. Would accept violence if it led to their ideal society, but also 65%, at least in a separate poll, felt concerned of violence from the opposite party. You know what I'm saying? So it's a large percentage of Democrats and Republicans that feel concerned, at least of in 2023. You know what I'm saying? It's 2024. They done just tried to shoot Donald Trump in that fucking head, bro. So I'm pretty sure they got a little bit more to worry about now than they did back then, bro. This also reports from these other people. I didn't really get to write all that shit down, though. Fuck that shit. Okay, let's talk about some of the more recent acts of political violence in the highest parts of our government. I know a lot of people are probably familiar with Paul Pelosi. This is Nancy Pelosi, former Democratic House Majority Leader. He was beat with a hammer, bro. This is in so many words by David DePape, DePap, or DePape. I don't know. But homie was coming to kidnap Nancy Pelosi, bro. And beat her down, bro. Beat her to death, bro. Does this sound like a sustainable political climate that we're in? Yeah, I don't agree. I don't think so as well. Let's see. Okay, Gretchen Whitmer, governor of Michigan, Democrat, targeted in a kidnapping by an alleged right-wing militia called the Wolverine Watchmen. Whoa. All these Republicans and conservatives talking about how the rhetoric from the left and how it caused Donald Trump to be shot at. And I wouldn't necessarily disagree with him completely, but are we not going to talk about Donald Trump's rhetoric? Don't you know that some of these people are because of I'll say a lot of these people that are out here committing acts of political violence are doing it on the behalf of Donald Trump. I just safely say that I can say that opinionated statement right there. 'Cause I don't know that for a fact, and I'll say that right now. I don't know that for a fact, but I'll safe to say that that's damn near fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because just look at all the attacks. Most of these motherfuckers have been right wing. I'm sure most of them have been Trump lovers. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. We're gonna go to some attacks on right wing people as well. I got one here. I got one on Representative Steve Scalasis or Scalasis or Scalasis. I don't know how to say that nigga name either, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to pronounce these motherfuckers' name. Most of these people, other than Gretchen, Nancy Pelosi, and Gabby Gifford, um, the other people that I have wrote down, most of these people I've never heard of before. So yeah. But hey, everybody gets their shine over here. You know what I'm saying? We show love to all the politicians, man. All the people. Cause at the end of the day, y'all can get shit on too. So it doesn't really matter either way. It's just all about putting people out there, getting the people aware, the people that actually listen to any of this shit. But Gretchen Whitmer, Democratic governor. Yeah, 2020. Also, Nancy Pelosi shit was 2022. I didn't give a date for that, but yeah, that happened in 2022. They ran up in our house and beat her husband with a fucking hammer, bro. He made it. He made it through though. So you know what I'm saying. Salute to him, man. He was a tough motherfucker, bro. I guess. Um, Gretchen Whitmer targeted in a kidnapping plot by 13 members of a right-wing militia, the Wolverine Watchmen. Well, I don't know where the fuck they be coming up with these names, my nigga. The Wolverine. They say y'all niggas watch comic books, DC and Marvel, and I guess y'all decided, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna name yourself some silly shit like the Wolverine Watchmen, man. That's why a lot of these right wing cools, they don't work, man. Too many nerds, bro. They be wanting superficial shit, bro. They don't be really wanting nothing real. They don't want niggas to have shit, and they want Mexicans back in Mexico. But I hate to tell you, white people, we're in Mexico. If you're in Texas, you in New Mexico, you in Arizona, California, Southern California, to be Pacific. You're in Mexico, motherfucker. How dare you think that you can redefine borders that already existed? You fucking assholes. Come on, man. How you gonna tell Mexicans that this is not their land, bro? This doesn't make sense. Okay. But let's get to Steve Scalise, whatever. I don't know. Scalise. Maybe that's what it's Steve Scalise. Scalise. I don't know. And this is all Louisiana, so yeah, I'm probably definitely pronouncing this shit wrong. But he was a House rep, I think majority House rep at the time. I didn't, cause I probably should have wrote that down. But he was shot at a congressional baseball practice. 4 others wounded, including his state police guardsmen. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be watching him at the time. They fired back with the gunman, leading to the gunman dying. James. Did I write down Gretchen's? Oh, yeah, it was 13 motherfuckers though. So yeah. But James Hodgkinson. These motherfuckers be having some names on them, boy. I swear to God, bro. I knew when I was writing these names down that I was gonna have a problem with the saying these motherfuckers' names, bro. And this nigga in particular, man, old James here, man, got a hell of a name, bro. He got a hell of a name on him, bro. Okay. Gabby Gifford. That was Steve was 2017. My fault. I mean, cause I think, you know what I'm saying, after getting caught up on his name, I might well go to the next. Gabby, like I say, Gifford, Democrat rep of Arizona, 2011. Gonna get the year out there now. Shot while at meet and greet with constituents at a local grocery store. 18 others were shot, including 6 dead. Her aide Gabe Zimmerman amongst the 6 who were shot and killed. This is the only congressional staffer killed while on duty. And it's also, you know what I'm saying, it's more whatchamacallit. Steve was a Republican as well. See, because I kind of skipped through. See, it might be a little bit of a bias over here for y'all niggas, man. I ain't gonna sit here and even knock it. I might have a bias against, you know what I'm saying, the Republicans, man. But I ain't gonna knock it even. I ain't gonna even knock it because, you know what I'm saying, I've seen the Republicans do some of the goofiest shit, bro. Especially since Trump has been in office, man. Because let's be real, bro. Trump just made what? Who's the dude? JD Vance or some shit like that. His VP. This same guy was one of the few Republicans in the past that was criticizing Trump for his rhetoric against the Mexicans and shit. Let's see if he'll hold Trump to that same accountability if he do become they become in turn, bro. we're gonna have our eyes on JD Vance, man. You know what I'm saying? I might actually just do a separate little video on who he is, and let's talk about the hillbilly eulogy and how he was disrespecting them white folks in Appalachia, man. He was talking mad crazy about his peers, man. But if you notice, man, a lot of people that get to success, man, they look at the poor like they ain't shit, bro. They look at the poor like they lazy, they can't do shit. When I ain't gonna lie, I'm down here with the people, bro, all the time, bro. It's hard workers, and then it's people that ain't shit, bro. That's just like literally won't do shit. But guess what? Most of the people that ain't doing shit, they just ain't in my circle, bro. And they ain't actually got a crib and like, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Most of them, they stand with somebody. They booching off something, or they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really even be in the same circles with the working people, the people that's actually out here trying to get it. So, yeah, like I said, the hood be in layers as well. A lot of people don't really realize that, man. The hood is not exactly just a bunch of niggas out here gang banging with their pants down, thugging out in the streets all day, bro. It got the working people, bro. It got the, you know what I'm saying, hood mechanics and store shops and all that shit. And it got, like, you know what I'm saying, people who really trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it and get to another level of life, man. But we always get looked at as just the crazy ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, fucking up Chicago and Baltimore and Detroit and woo. Everybody get lumped in together, man. Is that a sustainable way of thinking in this political atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? Just think about it, man. So that goes to my next question. What is the future of America, man? Honestly, bro, the way this shit going, we could expect more violence. I do believe at some point it should probably get to a better place, but hopefully that's not with the government intervening. And if that is the case, then it probably won't be a better place then necessarily. It's probably going to be a worse. But it all depends, bro. Like I say, it's a lot of factors in play with this shit, man. Cause me, I'm always calling out the right wing shit. That's crazy, bro. But it's definitely been some left wing, like splashes here and there. Like, it's definitely not no, like, niggas ain't trying to revolt against the government or nothing, for real, for real. So most of the shit that they're going against the government is really just them going at the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want to hold both sides of the political sphere accountable, because most of the motherfuckers that's out here attacking our country are coming from the right wing, you know what I'm saying, political parties and extremists. It's just the truth. That's what they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, tell you. They don't want to tell you the truth, man. That these incel motherfuckers, these red pill motherfuckers, these Christian nationalist motherfuckers, bro, are the ones that pretty much trained up the alleged Thomas Matthew Crooks and shit, and all the other people that's like Thomas Matthew Crooks, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter that it don't necessarily have to be always right wing completely. You can have some left leaning ideologies, bro. Most of these motherfuckers, bro, are not completely right wing, bro. Even the extremists, they just are extremely hateful of the minorities, bro. They're extremely hateful of the minorities, bro. That's usually where it comes down to, where they get to this extreme points and shit like that. They usually have extreme hate of something. Like, for this guy, I guess it was Donald Trump, man, which is confusing. But he's still bred up by the same community. The same community that, you know what I'm saying, pushes him to be either this conservative or liberal, to be this incel or alpha male, bro. To be you know what I'm saying, the ladies' man, or, you know what I'm saying, a nobody. And that could even be mirrored over to the black community, because, you know what I'm saying, we definitely have some of the same ideologies when it comes to a nigga having a whole bunch of women or looking a certain type of way, and the status of it all, bro. And that's the reason why so many niggas that's quick to get the fuck up out of here when they get in there and see, oh yeah, you niggas ain't gonna never change. They go move over there where niggas got money at. They go get some bread, and they forget about where they come from and shit. And sometimes I get it, cause where they come from ain't really helped them none. where they come from ain't nothing but a crab in the bucket mentality and shit. But in that same breath, what about all the good and the foundation that community put in some of these people, bro? That's why I tell people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if I ever make it, I gotta come back to where I come from. I gotta go where my people's at and shit. Cause shit, that's the foundation that makes me who I am, my nigga. Some of these niggas ain't gonna never, you know what I'm saying, level up because they don't understand their foundation, man. And they get caught up in all this other shit. They'll do anything to build something because they really don't know what building something like. So they just gotta be the person that put on for their family or some shit. But I ain't gotta put on for my family. My family put on for itself, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta put on for nothing. yeah, my bad about that, man. It ain't like every time I do end up streaming, I got a lot of shit going on. Got a motherfucking go to my wife, do this and that. My son calling my name constantly. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, the future of America, man, I believe it could be some positivity there. Like I say, America, I always say America's the best fucked up place there is, man. Anybody and everybody can lose and also win here. You can make it or you can fake it. But guess what? We good as long as you don't take it. And some people, they don't give a damn at all. They'll still do it anyway. But hey, like I say, we getting there, bro. Like shit. If you talk about recent history, shit, we definitely have had some backsliding. We've definitely had some more idiotic moments in our country, but I think overall there's good people here, man. I think there's good people everywhere, bro. And like-minded people, man, will definitely come together and find common ground at some point. But you gotta actually, you know what I'm saying, be willing to listen to the other side. Like that's the problem with this whole shit. People don't want to listen to the other side, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them. I had to like this, man. Hold up. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to cut this shit short, man. Life's calling. Y'all niggas ain't come watch me any motherfucking way. Fuck y'all. Nah, I'm bullshit, man. No hard feelings. It's all good in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there that do come across this shit, man, fuck with me, man.